Hey everyone, welcome to Takoyaki Party, episode 40. I'm your host, Matt.
Yay.
And joining me here today, we have Jeff.
Hey, how's it going?
Fan favorite Jeff is back.
Woo. It's a comeback.
And the comeback.
As they call in K-pop.
Don't call it a comeback.
The K-pop comeback.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. And also back is Ryan.
Yay.
Yeah, cheering for himself.
Yeah,
All right,
I had to like walk 15 minutes to the combini to get this drink for Matt.
Yep, because we're gonna do a drink test. It's actually, I think they started selling it apparently like on the 21st, basically a little before we recorded it, but I don't think we saw it in stores.
Oh, I did. We
Man.
just didn't talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
I even took a picture and I uploaded it on the chat.
Oh, because I did the same thing, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to do this last time, but I think we forgot. There's also another thing we forgot, which I'll put that somewhere in the thing.
We should talk about what we're talking about. We should say what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about the official NMB 48 energy drink. And by official NMB 48, it's Quintet, and they're in an ad for a drink called Peaker. Peaker Bitter Energy. They did ads using TikTok, so it's this weird, like, portrait mode, like, heavily edited, kind of cool song.
It's surprisingly, like, really nice, like, the TikTok stuff. It's, like, too like, young person thing for me, so,
Yeah.
obviously, it's not good, but...
Yeah, it's really popular among the members on social media, so...
Yeah.
If this generates
using
buzz among the young people, then all the better.
Yeah, because Yamarina and Ayateen, they've been doing it with their Junkin group. They've been doing like Low to People and Kitagawa Kenji covers.
Oh, no, are they doing TikTok? I thought they were doing
I think it's not regular. It's not actually TikTok, but yeah, same idea. Dancing to a song in short videos.
Yeah, it's like quick, like 15-minute, 30-second loop.
I know Suzu does a lot of TikTok.
Okay. Anyway, we have these drinks today because we're gonna taste test them. Even though I think we tasted them before in our private time, so crack it open. These are in.
Oh man, smells nasty.
Yeah, it tastes nasty. Looks nasty. What size is this? Is like 300 milliliter or something like that. Small baby bottle. Well, not baby bottle.
Has 45 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh, that's not
Jeff,
that.
if I
that's not
die,
that
I'm
bad.
gonna blame you.
1% fruit juice. So smells like death. Yeah, you're drinking it. I'm gonna drink it.
All right, I'm not in Japan, but I have my own caffeinated drink that I'll drink.
That's okay.
Vitamin water.
It tastes like... Yeah, so I actually told Yuri this when I talked to her last time. It tastes like very, very carbonated ginger ale.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like sour ginger ale.
Yeah, it's okay.
I would not drink this regularly.
Oh, I see. The bottle is like kind of clear at the bottom. I see it's like yellow, right?
Yeah, it's like looks like urine or something.
No, it's... is it? Yeah, it is. It does look like ginger ale. See, I told you, it's ginger ale. I don't know why they used like a black...
Cover it up.
Yeah.
Because it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's energy drink, whatever. I hope I get some energy from drinking this.
Yeah, we'll need it for this show.
Oh,
yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll have a Monster or a Red Bull over this as a connoisseur of the energy drink.
I would have this over Red Bull.
Just because of the NMB connection?
Yes, because I don't drink energy drinks. Like, this is my second energy drink ever.
Was
the first one was the first speaker I bought.
Yeah. Yep, so that's the Peaker taste test. I'll probably keep drinking it over time for the rest of the show. You guys will see me make grimace because I'm like, I don't like this. Yeah. But yeah. So on today's show, first we're going to kick it off with the news.
Yes.
news. The big news since we last talked is they announced the 19th NMB single. And it is coming out on October 17th this year. As expected, Sayaka is going to be the center and is also her last song ever.
Yeah, they're doing the Milky pattern where she gets to be center of her last song, but she doesn't join any of the events afterwards.
Well, she's gonna do one event, hopefully. Well, they said she's gonna do
3. She's actually gonna do 3.
3 events, yeah. Which I guess we'll we'll just do that.
They haven't said what
it is. Yeah, so announced handshake events, which will be from November to February. Sayaka won't be at those. There's just regular handshake events. Most of them are in Osaka. There's 2 of them in like Yokohama, but like I'm not going to them because they're bad dates. And then they also announced that, hey, there's also going to be an SP event, which Sayaka will be participating in. So I guess SP means special, or it's like Sayaka priority event. I don't know. Whether that's like 2 shots or Sayaka only handshake or something, I don't know. They haven't. They've been doing like this. I think it's 3-4 rounds now of the regular handshakes, and they're not doing very well. Like Miru, I think the first 2 weeks, Miru only sold out 1 slot, and it's only on 1 day. And then recently, she's only sold out 4 slots on only 1 day. So
yeah, it's really it's hard to say, right? Like because like people have been so trained on how to buy, so now because like you don't need to. Because they keep selling them until like the very, very, very end.
Like 1 or 2 weeks before the event,
Yeah, so people have been trained to that, so no one feels like the absolute urge to buy now. But I mean, obviously it's not good, but
right. And we had the trickle down psychonomics with Sayaka sells out first round, so we got to apply for her first round. And while I'm here, let's just apply for some other members too.
Yeah, because you have like your 1 or 2 Sayaka tickets, and it's like slot 1 and slot 7. Okay, what I'm gonna do for the other 6 slots in between that? So that's when you fill it in. Yeah. So they've done the handshake events. They just started doing the individual poster lottery as well, and they still haven't done the special event. And we don't know what it is yet, but they have to be doing it soon because I think one event is like on the October 10th or something. It's like before the single actually comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So
they've announced the 3 dates for those SPs, but still no details about what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're just waiting for that. But as for the single itself, it's coming out on October 17th, as I said. They had a kind of short ghetto live stream revealing the center, revealing the Zimbatsu. And so that's the center.
It was the most ghetto thing ever.
It's like in this random room there's a whiteboard and it's just like Kaneko just writing the names in like Sharpie or whatever.
Yeah, that was sad.
That's the NMB style. Low budget. But Zimbatsu is for the most part it's everyone you expect with a few surprises. So we have Kawakami Reina, Kojima Karin, Shotsuki Keito, and Yasuda Momone. It's their first time doing it. First time being in a Zimbatsu.
Yeah, I think it's actually very well. There were some surprises, I guess. Like
to me the biggest is Keito, because she just joined basically as a 3rd gen draft, right?
Yeah.
And you can tell she's been pushed a lot on things like YNN and other shows. And then, like, she's really a favorite among a lot of the other members. They're always talking about how cute she is. I've heard some stuff on radio shows about, they love how hard she works. But, I mean, it seems like management really wants to push her, so they're kind of airdropping her into Senbatsu without having been in any other songs before.
Yeah, she's gotten the push. I guess I don't know. I can't say it's Goryoshi yet, but she's gotten like. So, for example, like in the Fukuoka event, I guess we talked about this last time. So when Ayan wasn't able to show up because of 17, they actually subbed in Kato, which I mean, the fans really love that, right? Like, oh, it's a Kato. So it remains to be seen if the whole thing like translates into sales for her, but yeah, she's getting the push.
Getting the push. She's a lolicon and Rupon.
No, she's not.
She hasn't got until she like considers like the next song or whatever.
Oh man, fuck that.
You quit NMB at that point.
God,
yeah. Anyway,
not. But I mean, I can't say that it's not possible. But fuck, I hope not.
Yeah.
So, is it just Kato? Or are you guys surprised? I mean, we should. It's Udon's first Senbatsu.
Congratulations to her. Finally, she's not the only first gen remaining who hasn't been in Senbatsu.
I don't know. I think that's a good like title to have though. Like
the last first gen.
I mean, at this point, does it matter for her?
It's more of a reward thing for her, just like Apon a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, but Apon like did way better than her. Apon does way better sales, and Apon did like the Senkyo thing.
Yeah, I mean
she got a documentary better.
I mean, it's basically I don't have her like handshake sales in front of me, but I mean, I think she deserves it. She's been captain of M for a couple years now, so just all the goodwill of being in NMB for so long as the rest of the first gens graduate. Yeah, I think I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I'm happy for her, of course, but I'm curious like how this single is gonna turn out. Like, so we got like the leaked photos, right? It looks very colorful. Yeah. Maybe like, dare I say, oh no, not Kitagawa Kenji colorful, but kind of colorful.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. So okay, so rounding it out, I guess, like from other than Udon and Keito, Karin and Momone. So Kojirin and Momone also got in. So we had a sign that they might get in based on the like the AKB coupling from earlier this year. You guys remember that?
Yeah, the song that was Joe centered.
Yeah, okay. Joe song Hetaotsu. So Kojirin and Momone was Senbatsu for that, and also Malkyun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Malkyun didn't make it, but Kojirin and Momone got in. I mean, this is okay, I guess, because based on their handshake sales, right? So actually, both of them are 3-slot girls now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they both of them have been up and coming for a while now, so it's not so surprising. They've been on hosting the Jungle Radio for a year now. That's kind of a stepping stone in the past few years for up and coming members.
Yeah. So I guess it's okay. So should we talk about the snubs? I guess we should.
Yeah, I guess one thing we're surprised is Joe is still in Sabatsu just after her scandals.
I don't think it's that big of a. To be honest, I don't think it's not that big of a shock.
Yeah,
I mean, she's always been management favorite, so
yeah, pushed to be like the new like ace or center, I guess, after Saka leaves.
Yeah,
possibly. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
These are more personal.
Yes.
pet peeves of people who are not in my personal pet. I think that's Jeff's.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeff's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty upset about Chihi and Koko-chan. I mean, they missed the past 2 Senbatsu already after being in for was Boku Yagai no Dareka and Masaka Singapore. Yeah, I mean, I have Chihi's Mobame, and she's just extremely frustrated. Doesn't really know what she can do better. I mean, this is where the, some management favoritism kind of comes in.
They can only pick one Kawakami.
Yes. And only 2 Yamamotos. So, Matt, you can talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's 3 Yamamotos on NMB 48. The most recent one is what?
Mikana.
What? Mikana. What I think? Okay, they're both fruit. Yeah.
What?
Mikana. Yeah, Mikan, orange, and Momo, peach.
That's not where the Mikan comes from, Matt.
Yeah, Mikana.
Oh my god, man. Okay.
Well, if that helps you remember.
Yeah, fruit, yeah. Yeah, so I think some people were hoping, this would be the first and only time where we could have 3 Yamamotos all in the Senbatsu. Some dumb fan idea. Yeah. And then I guess, the other disappointing thing is Koko-chan not getting the Senbatsu, despite, ranking in pretty high in the AKB Senkyo.
Yeah, and is she...
even though that's not really a factor, though.
Is she at 3 handshake slots or still 2?
Yeah, she is. She's the only member with 3 handshake slots that didn't make it. Which fuels fans' dissatisfaction,
right?
And conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and I don't want to, go too far with this, but from the members themselves too, they see, handshake slots is one thing where they can measure their success, and if that. For so long that people, management or people say that's the standard, but then now they make that standard and still aren't selected.
Well, to be fair though, other than Koko-chan, no one actually. Everyone who made 3 slots other than Koko-chan actually got into Senbatsu.
Mm.
So the only non-3 slot girl in Senbatsu is Keito and Udon.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you can think about it as a 16-member Senbatsu with 2 special slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So in that case, then Koko-chan got the short shrift. I mean, it's not a good thing, but. It is what it is. So we could spend more time, I guess, complaining about it.
Yeah, there's not really much to talk about because we still haven't heard a song yet. Haven't had a music video reveal other than the teaser image, which But knowing our luck, it'll probably play. They'll probably reveal it a couple days after this, and not to do a breaking news episode. Alright. Okay, and then let's move on to... so, I guess Produce 48 is over. Thank God. And, so,
fortunately, we still don't have, Produce 48 fans in this... Oh, well, Jeff is, I guess.
Not really. I only watched, I skipped through 2 episodes, and then, I watched the performances. And there's some good songs, some cute members, but that's about it.
Yeah. It's just, I've had too much K-pop, passive K-pop consumption over the last couple months, and glad it's over. But I guess the main reason we talked about it so much though is because Miru was one of the finalists, and almost she was. We were thinking she was going to be selected because she was doing really well, but she was not selected. I think she only got 17th, 18th, place, 20th.
I think 19th or something 19th. Like that,
yeah. So she didn't make it into the top 12, so she wasn't selected to be in Produce, which I personally think that's good because it helps NMB, because when you lose your main ace and then also your upcoming ace, it's not gonna NMB. We're all worried about NMB being doomed or something or in trouble because there's no Miru or Sayaka around. So. Okay. Next we got is the World Cup, Rugby World Cup 2019, Simbatsu. I have no idea why they're doing this.
No, it's so
It's tradition.
no, they're doing the Rugby World Cup is going to be held in Japan next year.
Is it in Osaka?
In Higashi Osaka.
Oh.
No, it's in so the it's like the soccer World Cup. It's being held in a country, unlike the stupid Olympics where it's just one city.
Mm.
So they have like a lot of venues. I think like five or six venues where all the events are going to be held, and then one of the venues is in Osaka. So what the government did is that they have like supporters, like some celebrities that are assigned to be like the supporter for that city. So they're like introducing the city to the rugby to the city, blah 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 blah. And then NMB got chosen to be the Osaka representative.
Not like any Yoshimoto comedians, or they have some of those too.
No, I think only NMB for Osaka.
Oh wow.
I mean, they could choose whoever they want, right? Like they could have like 10 supporters if they want. But it's not like an Osaka city thing. It's like, I mean, it is, but it's not like the whole event is just for Osaka. So it's just part of it.
Yeah, it's like weird though. Cause I think that's not NMB is probably not the first thought that people have when they think of Osaka. For us,
that's
yeah. I mean, this is kind of like how they've been supporting the 2025 World Expo, I guess. Okay. So I guess the prefectural government has, hey, we are using NMB for them. Let's use them again.
Kickstart it, yeah. And then I guess our last piece of news, and we already talked about this last time, but it's actually, by the time I hear this, probably might be already happening. Sayaka's produced stage will be starting on the 26th, or in a few days from now. So that's cool.
Yeah, actually, like, so they've been doing the countdown thing on
it's like
on Twitter.
4 more days, yes, or something.
Yeah, it's actually interesting.
They've been doing rehearsals and stuff. I think, Sayaka playing the same day, which actually we'll get to this. Same day as like a Milky concert in Osaka. Sayaka's like on the train coming from Tokyo back to Osaka. People think, oh, she's going to the Milkyland concert, but I think she was just like overseeing the rehearsal.
Yeah, you got a lot of like fangirls like wish casting.
Yeah,
like, oh, Sayaka's going to Osaka because she's gonna go watch Milky concert, and then just Sayaka just pours cold water over the whole thing. It's like, oh no, I went to supervise the Kenkyusei stage.
Wait, is this when they also met on the Shinkansen platform?
Yeah, the same day. That's why. So it became like, oh my god, like that tweet from Sayaka, they just exploded, right? Because, I mean, if you've been living, people listening to this, if you don't know, I have no idea how you don't know. Like Sayaka tweeted about like accidentally seeing Milky on the Shinkansen, and then people went crazy about it. And people were saying, oh, she's going to Osaka because she's going to watch Milky concert. I'm so excited. Then nope. a lot of members did go watch Milky's concert.
Yeah, on both former and current members. So actually we'll get into that next. So I went to the Milkyland concert on Wednesday, September 19th.
You went to the Tokyo version, right?
Yeah, the Tokyo one is that Zep Tokyo. So Zep Tokyo sucks, because it's a live house. So it's like your ticket number as the entry order you go in. So we were like number 2,200 or something. Like something really shitty. So we were in the back, but actually it got a pretty decent spot because we were in the. You know how Zep is? There's like in the back. There's like kind of like that elevated area to step up with the railing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was like third row from the railing there, but I was behind like two short girls, so I could see it pretty well. That's fine. The live, I guess I wasn't expecting much. Like, I don't know, I heard like some of the preview songs, like, these songs kind of sound like crap, Just the preview versions. But I think it's because like, it's a weird, like, low bit rate, shitty quality version of the songs. But then when I heard them live, I'm like, okay, yeah, these are a lot better than I expected. There's still some songs are still really dumb, like that. What was it, like the Winter Love Watashi no Ye Ye song is really dumb, especially when she sings.
Is that the
that's
one?
That's the Tsunku song.
Yeah, that's the Tsunku one.
That's one of the Tsunku songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are saying it sounds super like classic, like Morning Musume.
Yeah. And then they also streamed this on the Friday concert, so I'm probably more or less repeating everything. It's almost the same, I guess.
Oh, was it the same?
Yeah, pretty much the same set list. So open up like with this animation movie about like about Milkyland, origin of Milkyland, how she was like born, this princess and all this bullshit. And like as a child, she used to fish and stuff like that. And it was basically taking all these tropes like from all different like fairy tales, like Sleeping Beauty and Beauty and the Beast, Snow White. The Snow White reference is really funny because like she had all of her little helpful dwarves, and they're all named after like Akimoto Yasushi, Tsunku, Yuki, like all these different like producers that were helping her out. It's really funny. Yeah, and then she performed Milkyland, the title track, which first time I heard it, like on the preview version, I'm like, it sounds like two things. First, it sounds like the Puyo Puyo theme. And then second, it sounds like it should be like like the opening theme song for like a TV show or an anime.
Yeah,
it kind of has like that vibe.
Yeah.
She performed that twice. That was her first song, and then that was also her last song after the encore. But there is like a nice like fan interaction part to that because it goes like Milkyland. Everyone says Dayone. So. Like, she would stick out the mic. I actually feel kind of, like, sad for her because she would stick out the mic when people were supposed to talk or, like, respond to stuff. But no one's responding. I'm not sure if it's just Tokyo because, like, the first performance.
Yeah, no one listened to the preview audio files like we did.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. That probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, because actually, when she did Milkyland the second time, she's like, okay, guys, remember to say Dayone. She told everyone to say Dayone. Yeah.
That's sad. Well,
yeah, yeah. So yeah, she did her first couple songs, and like everyone, I think it was kind of like tepid, like kind of okay, yeah. And then she did Zipper, or Yasashi Kisu. I think Yasashi Kisu was the first like old Milky song that she did, and everyone got hyped for that, of course. Yeah, so did Yasashi Kisu. Everyone got into that, and then did some more songs. With some like EDM stuff that Andy liked from his take. I'm like, I fell asleep during that part while standing up. Yeah, it's impressive. Then she then the other highlight was Zipper, so one man Zipper, and this was interesting because Zipper is the part of the song where they have to like they unzip each other up and then strip. But because it's just her, she also had backup dancers. She had 4 backup dancers. But for the Zipper, she and her backup dancers, they picked some guy out of the crowd and pulled him up onto the stage, and then sat him down onto the couch. Like the two backup dancers are holding him down, making sure he doesn't do anything weird.
Yeah.
And then we got to the part where they unzip Zipper. They had the guy unzipper.
So there was talk actually like that. The guy was a plant.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that because like he didn't look like a super like Wota, like nerdy looking dude, but he also looked there are 2 different dudes at both shows. But he wasn't like super Ikemen though either, so he's like somewhere like an average looking guy. Yeah, but he's like decked out like with the towel and t-shirt and stuff, and it was like and he was acting like the guy at the first show. He like looked like really scared and nervous, like he was like visibly like frozen on the stage. And like shaking, like they were kind of like prompting, like basically dragging his hand to actually do it because I guess he didn't want to. So if he was an actor, he played it pretty well because like he was like very nervous. And then I think the second show, he was like bopping around on the couch and stuff. You could see that in the video, like waving his stick dancing. Yeah. If he was also an actor, he also did really well too because he was like really into it. So yeah, I'm not sure if his actor or an actual fan, because the interesting thing is, and after the song finished, they drag him backstage They call them
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
was
mean, they
that
always
was
do
what.
that at shows because they have a way to like get you back out in the crowd.
But then you've lost your spot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so.
But you got like a better
the cost.
experience than everyone
Yeah.
else.
You got the cost. Yeah, that's the cost, though. I guess what I heard, because I think word of that got out from the first show, so the second show, I guess people were fighting over the spot where she pulls people out. Yeah. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, that was cool. Zipper, and then did rest songs. It was a really short concert. It was like just barely over an hour long.
Was each was each
is
song
your report,
like
is your report done, Matt?
The what?
So I'm saying, is the report done? Because I wanted to ask about it.
Well, one last thing, yeah. So yeah, she did. I'll just say like my hot take is the last song she did, which is like called Ano hi no sora to watashi no mirai. I think I like that song, and I also like Milkyland. I came around on Milkyland after the second time she performed it. You hear enough times, it's catchy. It's like it's been stuck in my head like all week now. I've heard it enough times. But yeah, overall, yeah, I think it was a fun show. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's my report. And she did Water Key as her as the encore first song. So, and then everyone was hyped for that. All right, yeah, Ryan, what's your question?
No, I was saying like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun. I wasn't. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't expecting much. So I think I went in going in we'll see how it is. So I'm not like crazy Milky fan. I like her, but I'm not like it's not like Sayaka level, So
how much was the concert? So you're not like so. I'm sorry. So, for some reason I conflate your like Oshi with Andy sometimes. So you're not because there was a time when you would go to Sayaka and Miru, right?
Yeah.
So I actually thought that you also like Milky.
I did like Milky because I went to her also when she was around.
So you and Andy's Oshis are similar then.
Yeah. And then we kind of went separate ways.
Yeah. So you enjoyed it. So how much was the ticket?
It was not too expensive. I think it was like 6,000.
Oh no, man, 6,000 for an hour.
5,000, 6,000.
I would feel cheated.
Yeah. I was gonna ask.
Well, I mean,
were the songs the full version or like the half short version?
Oh, it's full version.
It was still only an hour.
No way. They probably did like short versions. There's no way they did full versions.
It's full version, but she only has like
wasn't
9
it only
songs.
like 8 songs or something?
Yeah, she has 9 original songs, and then plus the 3 non-original songs, so 12 songs total. Plus, if you count the Milkyland second, so 13 performance songs. And she only did like 1 or 2 MCs the whole time. Also, yes, the on the day I went, it was also her birthday, so actually they brought out like a cake for her and had her sing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah, the no MC thing is interesting because like you're used to seeing her as part of NMB, where like MC is a big part of the show, but as a solo artist, like she was never really known for MC, I guess.
No.
So I guess that's gonna be her new style.
It's weird, yeah. Because she was like musical interludes, so she had like her backup dancers and dancing to EDM, and there's also this weird like skit with like it was like Child Milky and then like some random boy, like so these like actual children, like young Milky and some young boy, and it has like some skit that they're talking. There's all no speech, it's like a ballad. It was I don't know, it's weird. So, yeah. Actually, a nice thing though on the concert, the first day concert though, everyone like when she started the MC, everyone was like "Okaeri Nasai,"
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, Tadaima," so I'm back. So yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Would you go?
So, actually, I guess
would you go again?
Would I go again? Well, actually, funny you asked that because I guess at the end of the day, though, she mentioned like she's gonna have another live on Christmas Day, so December 25th at Shinkiba Studio Coast. like an actual Christmas live. So I'm not sure. I will apply for tickets if we win. Cool, I'll go. If we don't win, I guess I won't buy it from like resellers or anything. Screw that.
Yeah, I think I will also probably will be in Tokyo at that time, and I think I'll take the same approach. I won't spend too much on it, but I check it out of curiosity.
Yeah.
That was my position in the Tokyo event, actually. Like, I got offered a ticket, and I said, like, okay, I'll go if...
There's no other event going on at the time.
Basically, if you can't find someone else to take it, then sure.
Yeah.
But good thing I didn't go, because I went to that other event.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, Ryan. The nice segue.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it wasn't really a big deal, but so when they started selling, so this new single, right, the CG Yurina single,
so AKB Sentimental Train.
Yeah, so they did like
release
mini events. So for every single city, they did not every single city, like the major cities, they did like a release event in that city. So in Osaka, they did a watashikai. How do you say watashikai?
Like
you buy a CD and they pass it to you.
Distribution event.
Yeah, distribution.
So it's not a handshake. It's a they give you the CD. So in Osaka, they chose Akari, Yoshida Akari, and Yuri for this. So that's why I went.
Why not Miru? Was she doing? Did she do one?
No. The thing is, probably my theory on this is that they probably didn't know her schedule when they set this up, so they weren't sure if she was available or not. So they got the quintet members to do it. Oh, the interesting thing about this is I didn't put this on the list, but Matt did, so I didn't actually want to talk about this, but. The interesting about this event was like how many girls there were. If you actually check Twitter, you'd see like how many people were commenting on how. Like I saw a tweet that said that there was like 80% girls. I wouldn't go that far, but there was a lot of girls
at the Sentimental Train event.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you have to pre-order this to go?
No, you could pre-order it, but you could buy it on the day itself.
Like you buy a couple hours before.
This was at the.
No. As in, like while they're doing it. So the event was on the 6th floor. You go to the 4th floor. You buy a CD. You pay for it, and they give you a piece of paper.
Ticket. Okay, yeah.
You go up to the 6th floor and like receive it from Akarin and Yuri.
Oh, okay.
So it was like. I was kind of worried because it was just the two of them, and it was like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it was a weekday, right? So it was really hard so people couldn't travel. So this would have to
except you.
Like, would you go if this was in Osaka?
Huh? It was in Osaka.
Oh, it was? I thought it was in Tokyo.
No, it was in Osaka.
What?
This is Ryan we're talking about.
Oh yeah, baller.
But, yeah, I was gonna.
That's why like. Andy was saying, I don't want to make the same life choices.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's in the Tsutaya Ebisubashi, which is like where there's this like yeah, and there's like the cosmetic shop on one of the floors, and Akarin has a bunch of stuff on there, right?
Yeah, they actually took a picture, the two of them there.
Yeah, so tied into like all the YouTube stuff, maybe all the female fans
have like a little like monitor, like just playing like her YouTube channel 24/7.
But yeah, so like the only takeaway was that there were a lot of girls there. It's like ridiculous. It kind of felt awkward to be a dude.
Well, it's not the first time you've been in an event with a lot of girls for an event.
Wait, what? What event did I go to?
For the Quintet Watashikai, the photo book.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
style book.
Oh, fuck that.
We have video evidence of it.
Yeah. You were on TV.
Burn all the evidence.
Yeah. How many CDs did you buy for that event specifically? the Cinema Train one, not the.
Let's not talk.
Okay. I got more than one.
More than it cost for the Milky concert.
Yeah, way more.
Okay. Yeah. Worth it. All right. And also, I guess we didn't go to this, but this also was Quintet did like their other live. Quintet did their other live, I mean, as girls only, same day as Milky's Osaka concert on the 21st of September.
Yeah, we talked about this like last episode, but so they finally did it, right? And it was like exactly same day as the Milky concert.
Yeah.
And as I predicted it would happen, that like I had some like friends who were like Milky fans and also Quintet fans, and it was like really hard for them to choose.
Yeah. You said like yeah. And you said like they had like really good numbers, so like that's like that makes you decide.
Yeah. So one of my friends, like she chose Quintet because she had a really good number for Quintet.
Mm-hmm.
But actually her number for Milky was really good too. So, but then I was talking with this other girl actually during the Sentimental Train event. Like she was like a big Akarin fan, but she was telling me she was gonna go watch Milky because she already saw the first Quintet one, so it was okay. So it was different. It's different per person, right? You can't really say. So, but like what it showed is like how popular like Milky is with girls.
Yeah. Because even at my concert, there's a lot of girls at that concert.
Yeah, she's like a fashion icon for some reason.
Yeah, well, she was in Alarm.
Yeah.
She did the Alarm model for a while.
Yeah, but Oguri Yui is in Alarm and no one brings her up.
Except for you. Talking shit about it. Alright.
I didn't know they let horses in.
Wow. Alright, any other thoughts on these events? Question?
Yeah.
Well, I hope they keep doing Quintet, yeah.
Yeah, maybe just a little thing on the Quintet show. So, yeah, I have Akarin's Mobame as well. She was talking about how it was like all their schedules were really busy leading up to this show. They didn't really have much time to rehearse. And they were still adding... So they did the exact same set list as last time plus 4 extra songs. So they were like... They kind of felt like, oh, they barely put this show together and like pulled it off somehow. But that's like often how NMB and like 48 Group operates.
Yeah.
Last minute.
Yeah, you could notice though that like they never talked about like it never seemed like they were together, and they never talked about like doing rehearsals and stuff. So apparently like they did rehearsal on the day itself.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuri was actually late for it.
No.
So she had so she has this radio show on Thursdays. On Thursday it's like 1 a.m. But the it got pushed back. Well, how do you call it? Preemptive? No, not preempted. Like
suspended.
It got pushed back to like 3:30 a.m. because the baseball. So the same radio station does baseball broadcasts, and the baseball game got like finished at like midnight. So then they started like all the other shows, right? And her show started at 3:30. So she probably got home at like I don't know 5-6 a.m.
Oh, they do it. It's recorded live.
Yeah, it's live.
Oh,
it's live.
Geez.
You can like write letters to them. Yeah. So she was talking about how I'm gonna get there one. So apparently they were supposed to have rehearsals and so they talk about this in the MC in the show. By the way, you can watch this. They were supposed to have like a lesson. They were supposed to have a rehearsal in the lesson area. What do you call it? Lesson Joe. Like where they have like dance lessons.
Yeah, practice
room. Go to the theater and then do a dress rehearsal there. But because she was so late, they were only able to do the dress rehearsal in the theater. She was saying like, oh, she had like this whole plan about she was gonna arrive like an hour before everyone, and then do her own training before the rehearsal, and then go through the rehearsals, right? But she wasn't. But then she was like sleeping, and then she got woken up by the intercom.
Oh wow.
And she was like, "Oh shit, I think something's wrong." And you could see like she was saying like on the video on the intercom, is like her manager was like with a panicked look on her face.
Oh,
Yuri, where are you?
Her manager went to her house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. All because of baseball.
Yes.
There's like that.
There goes Matt again.
It's on the anime. Yeah, Lucky Star. I guess there's like some like small discussions like, oh crap, it's baseball season.
Oh
it's baseball
yeah.
season. It means my anime is gonna be
I remember
delayed.
Yeah. That's a thing, bro. With like it's a thing with so Jeff listens to Monster Radio a lot, right?
Yeah.
So
NMB 14.
they've had like Monster Radio episodes completely cancelled because of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It's like when the Super Bowl like is on CBS and like it runs late or whatever. It's like, okay, the rest of our programming is fucked, so we're just gonna play a rerun of Big Bang Theory or something.
Yeah, something like that. I remember there was a really funny one in Japan because they had the World Baseball Classic. It was like Japan versus Korea. It was really big like game, right? And it went to like extra innings, so it overran everything. So they had to cancel this like drama from this like Johnny's guy.
Oh jeez.
And you could see like, oh my god, like Twitter was blowing up with like really angry fangirls. Who gives a shit about baseball?
Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess one last thing I'll bring up is I guess the NMB members who came to Milky's concerts remember this. So I think the first day a lot of graduated members, so like Keiichi, Yuri-chan.
A lot of first gen members and Kayla.
And Kayla, yeah. Yeah, and then also, I got like random, Rainion there, and also there's a couple random, like, AKB members, like, Komiharu and stuff, I don't know, were there. And then, at the Osaka one, Yamamoto Ayaka came to Milky's concert.
Straight up.
We can have,
and also,
I am Milky.
It would be funny if they wrote it, right? Like, how they write her name.
Yeah.
Yamamoto, like, so it reads like Sayaka.
Yeah.
And then you add the kanji for Ayaka. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Fuchan was there too. Actually, it was really funny. I guess Andy mentioned his and some other friends who were there. She felt like her seat was over like it was on the second floor, and so she went past like all the normal people that are supposed to be sitting there. And she's like, weird. Why am I like sitting with all the regular people? Apparently, I guess they screwed up her ticket and like no, the VIP section's over here. So. And I guess everyone cheered at her. So that's funny.
Yeah,
it's like
it actually caused a commotion apparently. So I was reading
Yeah.
some like Twitter messages. It's like, oh, there's something going on the second floor. Like everyone's like standing up and like looking at like this person
and applauding.
Yeah, and so it was Fuchan. Oh yeah, I wanted to say. So the traitor Ayan went to watch Milky's show, right? But Kokona actually went to watch Quintet.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. I think that's going to do it for all the events and reports. So, real quick, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. And we're back. And so, next we're going to do our meta topic. Came up with this idea. I titled it "Opening Borders," or how foreign fans can interact with Japanese fans. So we're a bunch of foreign fans, and when we go to like handshake events or concerts or any kind of events, we're a rare small population, and so it's not uncommon to interact with some of the Japanese fans. So I think all of us have had some experience, befriending or acquainting ourselves with the Japanese fans at the event, so we'll just talk about that. So I guess who's more experienced at this? I feel like Ryan.
Yeah, we're definitely Ryan.
Ryan, yeah, talk because you have your crew, and even like we talk to them sometimes. Tell us about your crew of your Japanese fans that you hang out with.
I don't know. Like they're like, so the easiest way to like meet fans is like in handshake events, right? So
Yeah.
you see a bunch of people, you start talking to them, and then they know a bunch of people, and then just eventually you create like a circle.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I understand like foreign fans. It is of course like especially hard to interact with Japanese fans because, well, even if you're talking the same language, it's hard, right? Like,
Yeah.
Get to know people. But like, for the most part, like standing in line is really boring.
Yeah.
Right. So people and like with these kinds of events, like for obviously you have to choose who you talk to, but with these kinds of events, mostly it's these people don't get to talk about like idols in their normal life, right? So I mean, they want to talk about their idols. I've like randomly talked to like a lot of people, just like, oh hey, how are you? And then they start talking. Well, the problem is that it has to be in Japanese, but
yeah, that's the first thing. Is it just weird to just like initiate a conversation with someone? Like,
I mean, in general, it is right.
Do that anyway, like you don't talk to people on the street just randomly. You don't say hi. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. They don't do the American thing where like they just like, oh hey, how are you? Even though they don't actually mean it. Like in Japan, they don't do that.
Yeah.
So it is weird. But like, I mean, they're normal people, right? Even they're Japanese or whatever, they're normal people. If you talk to them, they will talk to you. Like even it's like really boring sometimes, right? You're just standing in line, just like. So I started doing this. I think like 2 years ago, I guess, during Senkyo, because I wanted to, like, I don't know, like, ask people about, like, oh, are you voting for Yuri or something? Just randomly. Like, if someone looks, like, kind of receptive, you just say, oh, hey, hi, are you, so the easiest way to talk to Japanese people, like, or anyone in idol events is to ask them about their Oshi, right? So, oh, are you, like...
Who's your Oshi?
Who's your Oshi? Like, or
Oshi.
no, if you're on the same lot, if you're in the same lane, right? Like, oh, are you like Sayaka Oshi or something?
Are you Yuri Oshi? Because that's the only question you ask.
I was trying to make it general.
And then if you say no, Ryan will throw you out of the lane.
Yeah. Or like in my case, like he like turn around and see me. What the fuck are you doing here?
No, so that's the easiest way to talk to people, and then it's just a matter of like knowing other people. Like like the French dude, I just like randomly saw it. So the good thing about being foreign is that you stand out, right?
Yeah.
So especially if you look foreign, like Jeff and I wouldn't know this. So if you look foreign, like it's easier to stand out. So people would be more. Either they would be more likely to talk to you, or would be more hesitant to talk to you.
Yeah.
But either way, you stand out. So I was talking. I talked about this guy before, like Joe from the French guy, and I just like randomly saw him in the combini. It's like, oh hey, you were like standing in like NMB lines yesterday, right? So and then we got to talk. So it makes it easier because like you do stand out. So
yeah.
And also I talked about before, like these French girls, not French girls, Finnish girls, yeah. So they were like really, really like friendly. So they were talking to everybody around them, right? So like fans kind of like that because, as I said, right, like they don't really get to talk about idols during their normal life. So these events are a time to get to talk with like-minded people.
Yeah, and you don't get to talk to foreigners all that much either, so...
Yeah.
So, it's like 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, exactly. And other than that, like, I mean, if you're a foreign fan, the easiest way. So I don't know what the. So what is the objective of this meta topic? Is it like if you want to talk to Japanese fans?
Yeah.
During events or like
Yeah.
in SNS?
In general, yeah. How do you get involved with like the Japanese community as a foreign fan?
Well, the easiest way to get involved with any community is the birthday event. It's the birthday thing.
Birthday committee.
Yeah, this is the only one.
Election committee.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, especially the election committee. The election committees would like take your votes no matter what, right? So,
Yeah. So maybe we can even move over to Jeff because he actually has recently been a convert to the committee.
Yeah. Well, not recent actually. So, I guess maybe I can go. Yeah. So
You've been inducted.
So currently I'm on Mocha's Seitan committee, and that has helped me get introduced to some of the Japanese Mocha fans. So yeah, I actually had like a little meeting with several of them at one of the handshake events. So we got to talk a little bit there. And then before that, like 2 or 3 years ago, I was on Yui Han's committee as well. So I would say in both cases, and then for Yui Han, I also like went there the day before the actual show and like helped like set up things, like put message cards in the album, that kind of thing. So I got to talk with fans like during those meetings, but I kind of, as a actual, like not living in Japan, because while Ryan is a foreigner, he also lives in Japan and can go to these events frequently. So he sees these people. I can only go like once or twice a year. And I find it a little bit more challenging to get involved with or like communicating with these fans. I've talked to them in the context of the Seitan committee, but then didn't really continue on from that. We followed a bunch on Twitter, but then, don't really interact directly that much. And that
don't DM each other.
Yeah, there's not really. There's one I tried to DM and tried to meet up with again, but it didn't really work out with her schedule.
The slide didn't work.
I mean, for the most part, I think these people are only interested in you based on like what you could give them.
Yeah, for me, it's like English translation. But I don't know. So like on Twitter, especially recently, like I see a bunch of like Mocha Oshis, and like I retweet some of them. Like some people, in general on Twitter, I think some Japanese fans are open to, random followers that they don't know, and they're open to having you retweet them, and they like explicitly write it in their profile. But then some seem like, I don't know what the deal is, because like seems like you have to message them first before they'll follow you back or something like that.
They really? Do follow for
I don't know. Because or I don't know the protocol really. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I follow some people, a few of them will follow me back, but then like sometimes if I'm only following them and they don't follow me back, I feel weird like replying or liking their tweets.
I've gotten to the point where I won't follow you if you don't follow me back unless you're like famous. And yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like I don't know. Like that's really weird.
Yeah.
But like the only way to get I think as just said, like the easiest way is to join committees, and like for the most part I think like there are like they do like foreigner drives sometime. So
like for like we want messages from people all over the world, and they have like a little like Google form thing. Yeah.
Oh, so I told this story before. Like I was sitting with French Joe, and then we just like some Japanese dude just walked up to us and said like, "Hey, can you write like a message for Nozawa Rena?" It's like, "Oh, can you write in English?" Okay.
Yeah, because he asked you in Japanese too, right? So
he asked us in Japanese.
Okay, I'll write in Japanese. Yeah. Cool. I guess for me, like I'm not part of any committees like officially, but like I kind of like dabble in the groups, and I'm part of any NMB committees or communities really fake fan mask. Most I guess close thing though, like the Gotolala like committee or whatever, and that's just more like I'm not officially part of it. Like I've not donated money or paid anything, but like I'm a known quantity as like the token foreigner. Actually, I think they've seen me around before, but I didn't formally like get introduced to him until like another foreign fan. He comes like a few times a year. He's basically the main reason I became a fan of Gotolala. He basically introduced, this is Matt, he's from America, blah blah blah. He introduced him. So yeah, basically I got involved in that group. Like I help out like with. They had me hold like the sign because I'm tall, big and tall, so I can carry the sign over the heads and stuff. So I'm the raw power of the group / mascot, I guess. Anybody else? They also asked me a couple times, like, "Oh, is this English correct?" Or, they'll have me help with translating and stuff every now and then. So
that's the most common one, the English thing. I mean, I'm sure Jeff has experience with that.
Yeah,
with Mocha.
Yeah, I mean, specifically for Yuihan was like the person who DM'd me was like, a couple years ago for the Sosenkyo site, they like wanted to make a global version of it, so they asked me to write English stuff, and I had to explain like, it's actually really difficult for foreigners to buy CDs and buy votes. So
you had to explain that to him.
Yeah.
And I guess so I have gotten like a lot of like just random Japanese followers because like I'll do like my handshake reports on Twitter, and so they'll see like they like this member and they'll follow me and like retweet my stuff. So I guess social media is probably the easiest way for foreigners who don't live in Japan to get involved with communities. Follow Twitter accounts that write interesting things, that post interesting content about the members you like.
Yeah, I mean, one way to get like noticed on Twitter is like to just like keep. I mean, just do it, right? That's how you normally do it. Just like just tweet. So there's this like French girl like Hachiko. She posts a lot of like Nagisa screen caps.
Wait, isn't Hachiko a guy?
She's gotten like huh? Oh, is he a guy? Sorry.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't really know.
I mean, it's just like one of those Twitter we think is a girl, like Daryl or
Daryl. Yeah.
I'm still not sure about Daryl. But no, so this guy gets a lot of like replies from Nagisa for some reason. Because he posts a lot of screen caps, and he gets like retweeted by Japanese fans too. Right? So I mean that's the thing, right? Like create content and like people will notice you.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of like communicating with them, which goes back to like Joe's thing about and you have to speak Japanese. Which is unfortunately a really sad fact here. Like the 48 thing is for Japanese people in Japan. Right? Like if you're like Jeff who speaks Japanese but is in the US, it's still hard. Because as you said, right, like even buying CDs is hard.
Yeah.
And then they have like the stupid like you can't buy AKB CDs with
American credit cards. They fixed that recently.
It works. It works this time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. See, I told you guys they weren't doing it on purpose. Like,
no, man. The Twitter activism directly contacting Sashi and Jurina that worked.
Yeah. Because Sashi's the general manager. She's gonna do something.
Yeah.
Do people even understand what the general manager means? Like, the Shihainin means? Like, the real meaning of Shihainin.
Does it mean, like, delegating person?
No, it means like, theater manager.
Mm-hmm.
So, as in, literally, the theater itself. You manage the theater. You don't give a shit
manage the group.
Gets pushed.
Yeah.
That was the original, like, meaning of Shihainin. So you get like, for example, like Yoshimoto, right? They have theaters. They have Shihainin for the theater. Mm-hmm. But this Shihainin just, I mean, the purpose of this guy is to keep the theater running. Not like who gets center, who gets to be center, or who gets to be in senbatsu or whatever.
What would you say is the level of getting noticed online? Would you say again a Twitter retweet, or follow, or whatever, and then like posted on Matome, posted on 2channel,
on Reddit,
and then yeah, get it posted on Reddit, yeah. And then would you say actually getting like noticed directly by a member, the highest level, or would you
of interacting with Japanese fans?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the member. Like some, okay, so some fans think that like getting noticed on showroom is good, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Some members will never like retweet or quote tweet fans though.
Yeah. Or like tweets maybe.
Yeah. Like Yuri would never do that, for example.
No fan service from Yuri.
No, not at all. But then you have like other members who do the random replies to fans. I don't know. I don't think that actually gets you noticed by other fans, to be honest.
Unless like they're like crazy and they look at every single tweet they do.
Yeah. I mean, there are people who are like that dedicated though. So.
Yeah. Okay. We already touched on how did you first get involved with your members and fans? Just talk to them in groups. What do you think? What are the rewards? Any rewards or benefits of being involved with Japanese fans? I don't know. I think maybe personally, I think the ego boost. I got like 3 new followers today because of my Anshu report or something. Actually, when I posted that one video of her, I got like a lot of follows and stuff, and like I just got noticed. Like I think I said this I didn't say this at the Sendai when we talked about the Sendai concert, but I guess these random fans, I guess they follow me on Instagram and saw my pictures with Anshu, and they're like, "Oh, you're Mato. Can we take a picture of you?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah." So I took a picture. I'm like B-level, C-level celebrity.
Start monetizing your Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that works just for you though, Matt, because like you're big white guy.
Yeah.
So
I'm like a pseudo celebrity.
Yeah, you stand out no matter what.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of similar. Like, if like we were like those like YouTubers, like the 46 YouTubers or whatever, where they have people actually lining up to talk to them at handshake events. You could probably get to that level at some point.
I mean,
Andy's almost that level.
Yeah.
We don't have that level of celebrity in our ranks, but I don't know.
Maybe if we do that certain project, which we'll talk about later. That project.
No, so I think the advantage is just like, having a better handshake experience. I mean, there are people who just like want to go to the events and handshake the girls and that's it, right? Don't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah.
But like waiting around is really boring, right? Mm-hmm. So just like you have to make your own fun.
Yeah, you entertain yourself somehow, and like you can only look at Twitter on your phone so much before your battery dies. Or
yes,
you run out of stuff to look at. And that's why I bring my Switch sometimes. I'm just playing Switch while waiting in line.
And like I know like Joe has talked about this before, but like after like talking to the girl, right? After handshaking the girl, like it's really nice to like go out and like, oh yeah, she talked to me about this. Oh yeah, and then so it's like becomes like a communal thing, right? Like like doing Renban, right? Like my friend said blah blah blah. Oh okay, and then so it's just part of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like Japanese fans are just like normal fans. I don't know. They are the OG fans, right? So we are the interlopers.
Yep.
So anything that you could say about like foreign fans applies to them as well. Like there's nothing special about Japanese fans except that there's like way more of them.
Yeah. I guess the one benefit is like if you do become like good enough with friends or acquaintances with them, they can also help you out like with again concert tickets and stuff, like especially like if you're deep like in the committee or whatever. It's not like a big huge committee, so like for example, Ryan's friends are the ones who are helping us get tickets for the 8th anniversary concert in Makahari, I've had my Go to Lala friends help me get into the Go to Lala section of the Thanksgiving event.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Yeah,
a good point, actually. Yeah, because there's more of like buying like tickets and stuff from like auction sites is one thing, right?
Sketchy.
But, like, yeah, it is sketchy. But it's easier if you have friends. Like, I mean, we do it in the foreign community too.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if your web is larger, you can get more contacts, right? So
Yeah.
you can find more people who are like selling tickets, and they always sell them at face value. They never like.
That's why you want. That's probably the best reason why you want to like buy from actual fans, because you won't be paying marked up scalp prices.
Yeah. Yeah, which goes to show that everyone should go to the Sayaka concert. By the way, we should.
Yeah, we're gonna plug that at the end.
How will we?
Yeah. Okay.
Should talk about how much fun we're gonna have.
Jeff, you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I guess maybe just like being on the Seitan committee is kind of interesting. Just getting to know how the whole process works, getting to know who the TOs are, the top wotas. And yeah, and then like, yeah.
To be honest, though, I think like Jeff's experience is like a lot of fun because it's a small community.
Fun? Well, it's a lot of hard work. Well, I can't do for Mocha. I can't do that much work because I'm not in Japan. My Japanese is not like native level, so I can't like help with the design of all the stuff that's going on, all the goods that are displayed at the Seitan thing. But it's good. It's fun to know that you contributed a small part. Like,
yeah,
you helped come up with a slogan for the banner or something like that.
Oh, we should talk about that then, Jeff. Like, could you like describe
my involvement?
The subcommittees? All right. So how does a Seitan work?
Yeah. So basically, the fans form a committee to design several elements of the theater, like some of the decorations for the theater show. Like you can make a banner that will be held up by the members after the show, or first it's held up by the fans during the show for the members to see. Then you like make a little flyer for giving directions to the fans to like show a certain penlight color on certain songs, or like cheer a certain way. And you can also make a bunch of other extras like a photo album, or like balloons, and then the big thing is buying the flowers that the members get on stage. So these birthday shows really don't happen without the committees, and it's all up to what the fans want to do, how they want to celebrate their member, over the past year. They can this is a chance to highlight their achievements and maybe show them off to new fans who aren't familiar with that member, because it's not just generally it's not just fans of that member who get into a birthday show. So
in some certain case, like Sayaka's birthday show, none of the committee members got it.
Hers is like a very special case though, because of how popular she is.
Yeah.
But like, as Jeff said, right? Like, you will be surprised at like how much the committee controls. Even the letter. The letter that gets read, like all of those are from the committee. So usually like in a birthday show, if you've ever watched a birthday show, there's gonna be like a letter from a member and then from the family. Right? But then there are even members who don't even want to get letters from their families anymore. So you would have to have like 2 member letters.
Yeah, I was really surprised that the committee chose the family, because I thought it was just like, their parents like proactively say, I want to write a letter this year.
No one. You might like think about that, right? Like, who would want to do that?
I don't know, if it's something big like turning 20 or like getting the first senbatsu.
they can do it in their own time, right?
That's true. Yeah, they don't want it read out loud in front of all the other fans.
Yeah. So, but then there's a lot of restrictions too. I remember like last year we asked for Okada Nana, and the staff actually said like, oh, we don't actually think we can get her because it's hard to get like non-NMB members.
Yeah.
Oh, but we did get Okada Nana though. But they will tell you that like the restriction is NMB members.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think even like graduated members is hard because I know like Renapion got Apon, a letter from Apon, so I don't know how that worked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just the fact that they don't have a manager who's currently working with show title anymore, right? So they have to like go through their personal contacts to find them.
Yeah, basically NMB staff would have to contact, like for example, like Okada Nana, right? Like would have to contact like, AKB staff and say that we want Okada Nana to write a letter. Or like for Apon, it would have to be a personal message, right? Hey Apon, are you doing anything?
Did you completely erase NMB from your memory already?
Yeah. Did Mocha Satan get Keiichi to write for her?
I think a few years ago.
Not recently.
Not recently, no. That'd be fun.
See, you should recommend that.
It's we've already made the decision, but yeah. I want to see the fangirl letter. T.O.
Right. I think it would be fun to get Keiichi to write for Mocha. But as I said, it's probably hard. Staff will say like, oh, we don't think we might not be able to get her. Right. But yeah, so
birthday messages.
That's one thing. Like with the like Satan too is like one way for like fans to show off.
Yeah. So there can be drama between.
Also, like for example, like Sayaka's committee, they did like you know like a few years ago they had like this flower arrangement with a fucking guitar.
Yeah.
It was basically like, oh, we are really really rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the baller committee.
Yeah, they are the super baller committee, and then you have like the really tiny committees who, if the chairman of the committee doesn't like actually spend money, they won't actually get to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, we have several people who gave extra donations beyond the required fee.
See, I mean, you have to have that.
So you want to get your name bigger on the card.
No.
Well, that's only. Oh, man. Well, speaking of foreign fans joining committees,
that's so ghetto, man. Like, oh my god,
yeah,
so embarrassing. So, if people don't know what we're talking about, so Matt's friends sent like flowers to whatever, some other idol that we won't talk about. And then, so they wrote, on the flower, they wrote, like, from your fans, which is, like, all a normal thing.
Yeah.
From all your fans. It's a normal thing for Japanese fans to do, like, fanichido, all your fans. And then they listed out, like, all the names of the people who paid for it.
Yeah.
So ghetto.
But you kind of said that was the idea of the Japanese members of the community to kind of, like, show off how many...
They've done it, yeah,
how many foreign fans there are?
Yeah, which, I mean, there's actually way more than that, but I think it's the only ones that are... How many foreign fans are willing to pay money, I guess? If we want to be cynical.
I guess that kind of goes back to, like, you know, how foreign fans are kind of, like, the token guy to show off, you know? Like, how Ryan was asked to write an English message to, like, oh, look how global Nozawa Reina's fans are, right?
Yeah.
So...
That's true.
I mean, she is. It's just there's like literally no foreigners in Japan at the event. It doesn't work right time, right place for that situation.
I think like with Matt's thing too, right? Like for example, like the Gotolala thing, like they want to show him off.
Yeah.
Because like, oh look, Gotolala's like so global, right? So she even has white guy fans.
Never quota of one white guy.
That's true though. Like it's also why like when you do it's the same idea when you do like the photo like for the birthday thing. They would always have girls in front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, front and center.
It's not because they're nice. Like they want you to think that they're nice, but they it looks better on the photos. Like, oh, look at all these girls.
Yeah.
Rather than just a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, just a bit of, oh man, have you seen like those photos with just like 10 guys like holding a banner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
always sad.
And they end up on Matome.
so fucking sad. Yeah. Like I know like a few months ago, like Ninachi like had something like that. She even posted it on Twitter. And she actually deleted it on Twitter because she got like so much shit for it.
Wait, Rinachi? Kushiro Rina?
Yeah. She posted because like they were I don't know, it was her birthday, I guess. And they had like a banner and everything. It was like 10 dudes.
Oh jeez.
Oh man, it looks so sad. Like it became like
a meme.
It went around. Yeah, it went around because like, oh man, look at how sad this looks. And she even deleted the tweet. That's why like I've been asked like a couple of times to serve as how do you say this? Like in Japanese it's called sakura. No. It's a fake, like it's, how do you guys, filler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
It's to make like the crowd look larger.
Okay, like an extra.
Yeah. It's happened to me twice actually.
And sometimes like unintentionally, he just randomly in.
You're just standing there.
You're like in the Imichi one or whatever randomly. I think you're in the back though.
I was in the Imichi one, yeah. I think I've been in a lot actually. Like a Riripo. Well, most of them I've been there because I wanted to be there, right? Like Riripon, Momoka,
Imichi.
No, I was actually gonna watch her thing.
Oh yeah.
What have I been that I was just accidentally there? Like I don't know. Sometimes like they would be like NGT or SKE or whatever, like beside the NMB area.
Yeah.
I'd just be standing there. It's like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, I think you were like behind me for like the Gotolala like send off.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
because it was the other side, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I didn't want to get in the photo, so I hid behind you. I remember that.
All right. Any other thoughts on this topic?
Well, if
Closing
like
thoughts
you're a
on
foreign
this.
fan who wants to actually communicate with Japanese fans, well, first off,
Learn
try to communicate with
Japanese.
us first.
Okay.
Yeah. Not our usual joke. Not our usual advice.
Yeah, not the learn Japanese one. No, just communicate with us. Like if I don't know, if for some reason your objective is to talk with Japanese fans, like we could probably hook you up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like on that note, I speak Japanese enough to like, have conversations, but it's still way easier to speak English and with you guys. So
Yeah. It's kind of common with how like the Gaijin bubble, which is like even like in normal outside of idol life, the Gaijin bubble we just talk to other foreigners.
Yeah, that's a thing in Japan actually.
Yeah.
Like you have Matt, right? Like who never communicates with Japanese people.
That's not true.
it's his job.
Yeah, I work with him every day.
Oh, okay. So, whatever. So there's a thing. There's a thing with like in Japan, like as Matt said, like the Gaijin bubble. You get like people who've been here like 10 years who have no Japanese friends.
Yeah. They talk to other like
I mean,
English
that's
teachers
kind of true of any like immigrant community.
Yeah.
It's just way easier. It's not like you might not necessarily intentionally do it, but it's just like way more comfortable, way easier to speak in your language with people who understand your culture.
Yeah. Actually, when I first came here, I was kind of like anti-Gaijin bubble. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to Gaijin. Fuck them. And like, I was like full Japan. I don't want Japanese friends, And I'm like, well, it was fine. And I also had some just from coworkers, so and it just naturally happens regardless of where you are. But yeah.
I think for my first 7 years here, I didn't even know like the Gaijin bubble existed. Like I would never like I didn't know that. I don't know. It was really weird. I mean, I knew that there were a lot of gaijins here, but I didn't know that there were people who would just like get together by themselves as gaijin. Like the whole Roppongi whatever scene.
Yeah.
I had no idea that existed.
Yeah.
So
What?
I would just like living normally, like with Japanese people. Like all my friends were like Japanese people.
Yeah.
But then like I met like a lot of gaijins afterwards.
Yeah, it's more of a. It's twofold. Yeah, there's it's easier to communicate with each other, but also it's like foreigners. We're a lot more flexible. Like with just like spur of the moment hangout sessions. Like it's like I say, hey, let's go get drinks. Like 10 minutes from now, like okay, cool, meet you there. Whereas Japanese people are about more like, well, we have to know like a week or a month in advance. Like I have to write down in their date book. So it's a lot harder to do like just spontaneous meetups with Japanese people, Japanese friends. Because I had a bunch of Japanese friends, and then just like it stopped being easier to meet with them because they're like, oh, I can't, I'm so busy, or
They just don't want to meet you.
That too, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we could just wrap up the topic then. So yeah, just hang out, talk to Japanese people, talk to us. We'll introduce Japanese people, be on social media,
And just normal human
put some effort.
Stuff.
I think you might have put more effort on your end than they will on their end, probably, if you want to talk to Japanese people, Japanese fans. Okay, and then next we're gonna just like kind of tease what's in the works for the future. So we have a lot of stuff happening next month in October. First of all is 8th anniversary concerts. So Ryan and I are going to the one in Makahari on October 2nd, and then I think Andy, Ryan, is Daryl? Maybe?
No, Daryl's not going because he has to fix tanks.
Yeah, yeah. Going to the one in Osaka on the
17th.
Craig is going, right?
So it's actual release date.
Was it 17th? Yeah, I think it's 17th, right? Or 19th?
Yeah. So that's actual release date. Yeah, it's like on a Wednesday, I think. Yeah, so those are happening. Yeah, the next single will come out, so we'll probably know about that. I'm not sure if we should like do a regular show and focus on those events plus a single before we do the big event, which is end of October, because I think the timing is going to be really weird to like. It's at the very end of the month, like the 27th, 28th, or whatever. We're going to go to this like a graduation concert. We got a crew of like 10 plus of us.
Yeah,
going
we're
there.
gonna do it like
tickets.
We're gonna do it like One Up Yours.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do like guerrilla style recording of like, hey, we're like at the izakaya, we're gonna talk over the show, or even do it on the train or something.
We should probably do an episode before Sayaka grad, and then just do a special Sayaka grad episode.
Yeah, I think the only problem is like our data limits or whatever, because we can't go over 50 gigs. But Joe does magic, so he can fix it probably.
Yeah. Oh, Joe's gonna be there.
Joe, yeah.
Yeah. So
Osaka Joe.
Yeah. So if for some reason you're listening to this and you're not going to Sayaka concert, you should.
I'm on the podcast and I'm not going.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to Mocha's
you're dead to us.
handshake event like a month
in
later.
December. I mean, it's also because I just went to Japan in July, and I can't justify another trip like 3 months later.
Yeah, likely story. But there's so many events though. It's so weird. So there's
basically October is crazy for events.
Yeah, there's actually the China tour too.
Oh yeah,
Asia
quote
tour.
unquote Asia tour.
Yeah, which I think no one's going from our crew.
Yeah,
no.
Decide not to because you have to get like visas and shit, and that's just too much work.
Yeah,
too much money. Yeah.
Then even November has like so many handshakes. There's the SP events, and then there's the SP event has to come soon.
Those are in October too.
Yeah. So it's all of them are actually before October 21st.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get them while Sayaka's still here, because apparently I guess she's like leaving. Like, I think they said 27th is her very last day, but it doesn't mean like she's gonna do a theater show.
Yeah, it's so weird though, because she's had like interviews where she said 27th is her last day, but we don't know if she's just dumbing it down for like because it's a mainstream interview,
The mass
right?
media, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be hard for her to explain. Oh, I'm gonna have a graduation concert on this day, but then there's also the theater graduation, and then there's the last handshake day.
Yeah.
So because
she
of
had her
how 48
last-
does it, right?
She had her last music station appearance. I think this is like with AKB.
Yeah, we don't know
Oh.
if
They'll do one for NMB.
I mean, they should, right? Like, it would be really stupid if they don't, but
Yeah.
we don't know.
Because they made the whole big deal. Yeah, it's her last performance. She did Quest Fortune Cookie as her last. So stupid.
Yeah, so there's the possibility of the new single being her last in Music Station. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Sayaka grad, like everyone, it's probably gonna be broadcast somewhere, I hope. And then yeah, the 8th anniversary. The thing with the 8th anniversary, it's like it feels so tacked on.
Mhm.
Like it's usually the biggest event for NMB fans, right? For the year, like it's the big thing. Like everyone comes for it because like only NMB. So I didn't know this until like maybe like a couple of years ago. But like apparently only NMB of all the sister groups like makes a big deal out of their anniversary.
Mhm.
Like AKB does like a special like theater show.
Yeah.
SKE does a theater show too. But only NMB does like big concerts for for their anniversary, which is like I think a good tradition
Mhm.
because it does motivate people. Like, oh, I mean, I'm gonna join the NMB because it's usually like a really good concert too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward. I don't know how they're gonna do it because it's 2 days.
And like they're separated by like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
With the China tour.
so a lot can happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they have
Like one in Kanto and one in Osaka. So it's like it's really weird. Usually the anniversary is also only in Osaka.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's the first anniversary ever that they're doing outside Kansai.
And that's probably just because it's Sayaka.
Probably. Yeah, probably giving Kanto people the last chance to see Sayaka in concert.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, I think I'll do it for the show. If you are interested in, reading what we're up to, we have Twitter. I don't think it's not Takoyaki Party. I think we just use Tevin Subs as the Twitter account for the podcast. We're also posting up new things. Like I think right now we're working on Manabakun as usual, the D3 documentary stuff. Kita-sen Girl still going on. Kisa-ten still going on. Yeah. And then we're also on iTunes. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start doing the chill stuff. We're on iTunes. You can subscribe to us and give us a review. I can't say it straight voice.
Sound like a normal podcaster.
Are you gonna go to like a Squarespace ad next?
Yeah.
ZipRecruiter.
Blue Apron. I don't know. Yeah. We're on iTunes. We're on YouTube. We just probably have you watching this, so we're listening to it on your iTunes podcast app. Maybe we should probably put it like on Stitcher and the other catcher stuff out. Yeah, that's been our technology. Please post comments or add us. If you have a question or something you want us to talk about, do it. We may read it on the air, depending if you're cool with that, or if we're cool with that. Depends on it. So I think that's going to do it for the show. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Ryan, for talking, and thank you for listening. Catch y'all again next month. Peace.
See ya.
"それでも心 誰